God.
Someone get the
Get the Dr. Pepper in there ASAP. I need it. Yeah, but Effect.
Generalized clapping.
Yeah.
So I just want to lead things off. Today's episode of Dynamic Fitness is brought to you by... Got that wrong. Today's episode of JARdon, the mess is brought to you by Dynamic Fitness Supply. We're located in Santa Rosa. Your one-stop shop for fitness needs. You can reach us at 707-536-9077. Find us on 4th Street, 1414, Suite 102, right next to Foster Freezer Urban Garden. Jar the Mess, 20% off.
Our sponsors are going to be very upset that you messed that one up.
Yeah.
They might pull their sponsorship.
They might not want to sponsor any more of these.
I don't even think the sponsors listen.
Oh, good.
Or half the sponsorship. I should say half the sponsor, yeah. So,
Good morning, sunshines.
Good morning.
How has it been? How's the week's been? How are we doing? Bert, you're just like a lot of work. What is that like? You got to cram a month's of work in like 2 weeks?
Yeah, it's like a month's worth of work in even 2 weeks is generous because we have it's really kind of, it's cool, but it's stressful. We have our company Christmas party on Thursday, and nice. There's some of our people who don't live in the area, so they're actually flying out. The company is like paying to fly them out.
Nice.
Like some people are like out of the country kind of stuff.
Oh shit.
Okay. One person's in Brazil and another person's in like Poland, I think. So it's cool, it's exciting, but then there's just like a ton of work that goes into like, well, the rest of the week's gonna be shot because it's like we're doing this thing on Thursday. It's like everyone's gonna be hungover on Friday. Nobody's working, right?
Yeah.
And so it's just like and then we go on our holiday. Our company shuts down for the last 2 weeks of December, which is again really cool, but shuts down paid for the end of December, which is cool, but it's just for anybody who's in like leadership positions or anybody who's like trying to. There could easily be somebody who's like, all right, great, awesome, and like just fucking check out even at the beginning of the month, right? Like, oh, I don't know, I'm just, whatever.
I'm just here. I'm not getting fired.
Yeah. But for people who have to do a lot, it's just like really stressful. So I'm just like, I don't know.
Do you need you're going to need those 2 weeks to decompress.
Yeah, right. Well, and that's the thing is normally during those 2 weeks, I've still been working anyways. Because I have normally projects that I'm working on that involve
constant monitoring,
countries that don't celebrate Christmas. It's like Orthodox Christmas, so their Christmas is like not in December, it's in like January. So all of them are working, and so it's just like, well, I can't just like go dark for 2 weeks. But this December I don't have something like that, so it's actually the first time I think in like years where I can be like, all right, I'm literally not gonna do anything. It's gonna feel real good.
Yeah, nice.
Your
so I'm excited.
Actually a vacation.
Yeah, I'm like already exhausted.
Dalton, when do you come back?
From what?
You're leaving for LA.
The 20th. Well, technically the 25th.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So Bert, you'll be here through the end of the new year?
No, I'm gonna come back down here for New Year's.
Okay, gotcha.
When are you planning on coming back?
Coming back up or going back down?
Going back to your house in SoCal.
Going back to my house. I don't know.
Down your house.
I don't know yet. I'm not sure. Nice. But we can try and figure something out on the back end.
What, Randy?
Yeah,
work, you pick a spot and stay there.
Work, and it just feels like it's like you don't know how bad you need something until somebody comes in and buys it and you don't have it. but you know what I realized?
Has there been an uptick with December and people buying stuff for like the holidays,
I wouldn't
or
say. I think just in the spirit of it being cold and we have just a little bit more notoriety now, or we just been there for over a year now. Yeah, November, December, just beginning mainly November is just a lot of people wanted flooring, and I think I mentioned this before, but it's just like you can always get cheap flooring, but it's all about the shipping. like, like I can buy it online. You'll buy it online, bro. Like yours is $16 a tile. I can get it for like 8. Okay, cool. So can I get eight of your $16 tiles? Yeah, why? How much was that? Oh, I mean, it actually came out to like $30 a tile with shipping. Oh, yeah, okay.
yeah, it's funny.
There you go. But I mean, it's just but I just don't like. I like to set realistic customers' expectations 100%. I don't like to deal with any like. I don't like to deal with customer problems. It fucks my day up, ruins my day, ruins my like until I can get it resolved, ruins it. So I like to set expectations. So we order the flooring, and they wanted to bundle it with another order, which means it wouldn't get shipped out to like January. I was like, whoa, fuck! I told these people like a week and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, not like it's terrible, but just yeah, just work and shit. But I guess where I'm going with it is, it's nice to just throw a follow up email once a week. Just keep the customer informed, just with what's going on, and have some honesty.
Yep.
Because they will appreciate it 100%. The customer, there was no problem with my customer, even though it was like a week late, maybe even like 8 days. But the fact, like, thank you, just keep me in the loop, keep me in the loop, keep me in the loop. It's amazing how many people just won't do that.
Yeah.
It's amazing how many people just won't call when they're delivering something. Hey, I'm down the street. Well, motherfucker, you said here. Like, but no, that's work rant. That's work
As a
stuff.
customer, like if I'm buying from somebody like that, if they're just like, hey, FYI, something came up or whatever, it's running a week late, I'd be like, cool,
Yeah,
totally fine. But if I'm in the dark and it's supposed to be here tomorrow and it's not here, and then they're like, oh, well,
yeah.
like, why didn't you just say something?
Yeah. I bought some stuff on Black Friday weekend, and it was like nothing. No comfort. Like it was just like there was nothing. There was no. I was like, did my purchase go through? Because I don't think I even got like a confirmation email. And then like I bought stuff from like a few different places, and then some places are really good. I bought this computer, and we'll talk about this in a second, but it's
Nice.
fucking sick. To clothes and a bunch of all this different stuff, and like eventually all these things arrive except for the one thing that's like mysterious, and I was like, what the hell? Like what is this? Like I was at the point where I think it was a couple days ago. I think it was Friday. I was like, well, I'm just gonna cancel this because I have just not heard anything from it, and this is dumb. And like as I go to cancel it, I have this email that pops up, hey, it's been shipped. I'm like, you guys freaking like, but it was almost over 2 weeks, and like, but nobody said anything. And it's just like that's the point. You're absolutely right. We're like, they just got me like, hey, this has been processed, and I don't know, whatever. Like
even
comes up.
Even the shit on eBay that I buy, they'll even send an email. Hey, they'll like maybe like 2 or 3 days later. Even though I just don't expect anything. I've just been noticing, like, what the hell? Like, yeah, just want to let you know it's getting, and it's like an automated email, but I'm like, oh, cool. I know what's gonna ship now. Cool. Yeah. Just that basic shit.
I bought this jersey off of this website that sells jerseys for, less than retail. But they're legit. Do with that information what you will. But anyways, I expected a delay because, reasons. Anyways, it was like a month, and I had a tracking number, and UPS was just like, it shipped out of Georgia or some weird shit. And that was it for like a month. And so I emailed them weekly, and they're like, oh yeah, it's on the way. It's on the way. It's just got hung up. And then finally they're like, oh, we don't know what happened to it. We'll send you another one. And that one came within like 3 weeks.
See, like, if I was on the other end, that's so much easier. Just to like, because they don't care.
Yeah. Oh, 100%
So much
they
easier.
don't care.
But when you go to a place and you have to be personable, and they're ordering something that isn't necessarily orderable online, to an extent. Oh god, they come back. Oh wait, before we just segue, I want to talk about the worst customer we've ever had. Terrible, just terrible. And I want to thank Colin for taking the blunt of everything because, yeah, my dad. I got pissed off and left work early, and I didn't have to take the phone call. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So, lady, whatever, was stopping by Foster Freeze. She comes in, she's trying this bike. It's just a middle-aged Karen. Okay, middle-aged Karen, like legitimately middle-aged Karen. Everything's fine. She tries the bike, whatever, even brings her boyfriend over, tries it. Cool. I'm like, wow. She's like, oh, I'm really interested. I'm like, okay, got it. All right, no real songs.
This is right after they just ate like a
she didn't even eat yet. Didn't even eat yet. So she's on this hype. And then to me, I'm like, well, I mean, a little excited, maybe a little impulse. She's kind of saying stuff, but I'm like deflecting. Like, it's a fucking deal. Like, I don't really give a shit. Like, it's a deal. Anyway, I leave work early, some personal shit. She calls in the next day, deals with Colin. She was trying to give him like a hard time for some more money off, whatever. Finally sell it. We go deliver the unit. And the whole thing was, it's like this bike with a touchscreen console where you can watch like Netflix. And so we go deliver the bike. Everything's fine. It has to like update because we don't like log in or do anything like that. Like, why would we?
Yeah.
So it's updating. So we're there for a little bit longer. I leave, right? And we're out in Forestville, very, very tight, like deep Forestville.
Yeah.
I'm driving the big ass truck. I'm pulling out of her like little parking spot, I guess, or pull off for guest. And I'm so tight that I actually blow out my taillight on her wooding railing. Now, for what it is, like there's like we're talking like $6 damage to the wood railing. I need to do taillight.
Yeah.
The boyfriend's right there the whole time. He witnesses the whole thing. He hears everything. Blah blah. I'm like, you need to go grab me some tape. Like, I'll fix it. He's like, yeah. I'm like, that's nothing, dude. Like, he's like, yeah, it's fine. Goes downstairs for like 5-10 minutes. Comes back up with the tape. We do it. We leave. She calls back the next day and starts lighting Colin up for the fact that Hulu is no longer supported. Okay, no, we're talking Hulu now. Hulu is no longer supported, and we don't have control of that.
Yeah.
They didn't come to an agreement. The companies didn't come to an agreement, so Hulu's like, okay, no, and they're like, okay, bye. But the app icon is still there, even though you could just log onto the website and log into whatever. Even though Hulu never came up, she's bitching at him for that. She's bitching at him that the lighting on the console is too bright or too dim, even though you can adjust it.
You can adjust it. Yeah.
She's bitching that she can't adjust the handlebars when it's one of like 4 bikes in the world that you can adjust handlebars on. She's bitching that she can't get onto the seat now. Like, she's bitching about all these things, right? All these crazy things. And Colin's and she's accusing us like it's our fault. She mentions the railing, kind of dogs over. So whatever, we give her the steal a century. Finally, Colin's pissed. She's attacking our character. Essentially, she's attacking our character, saying we sold her.
Like, you sold her.
Well, I'm like, bitch, like, you sat on a bike. Like, I didn't force you. Like, anyway.
Yeah.
So he takes, like, pissed off, does the return, or we're like, we're going to charge you $150. We delivered it for free, but we're going to charge you $150 to come pick it up. And so they're fighting, like, and here's the thing, at the bottom of our receipts say all sales are final. So we had the win. Like, no matter what, we didn't have to do anything, but the fact, like, well, let's just get rid of this lady. Like, we don't want to deal with it. So I'm sitting there. It's like Monday. We decided to go back on Wednesday to go get it. It's raining. So she calls in. It's Monday. I pick up the phone and I tell her, I'm like, yeah, we're going to come out on Wednesday to come grab it. Like, everything's fine.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, dude, she starts like going in. She's like, oh, well, this. And then she starts going in about the railing. And then I have to like watch what I say because it was my fault. But I shut this lady down so hard, like aggressively hard. She was saying you had the audition, and I can know she's just ranting and complaining. She's like, "There's a 2x6." I'm like, "Do you know how much a 2x6 costs? Do you know what a 2x6 looks like? It's about $6. I can go get one at Lowe's right now. So you don't know what you're talking about." But I didn't say that. And she was just basically like the entitlement. She's going all over the place, and I basically told him, like, we were there. You had time. Fuck you. He was down there for 10 minutes. Your lazy ass didn't want to come back upstairs. You didn't do anything. You can't attack me a week later. Blah, blah. He's not the owner. I don't care. He's a resident. Like, borderline that loud. Borderline.
Yeah.
And then the tone stopped. It was just like, I'm like, we just want to pick up our bike and part ways. It's like, that's all I want. I'm like, bye. Click. So then we go there Wednesday, and like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I've lost some sleep over this just because
Sure,
like,
yeah,
I don't want to
yeah.
deal with it. So we go there Wednesday. She purposely has like a little piece of wood that I chipped off sitting on the railing and the piece of my tail light. I look at it, I blurt out and laugh and yell, "Ha! Yeah, okay, no way." Purposely, because her door's open, she can hear me, and the fact that I'm making light and I'm laughing at her situation, even though I did it. The husband or the boyfriend basically is a pushover. He's a yes man. He's got no stake or claim or anything. He's just there because he needs a place to live. And I feel bad for the guy. Like, he's got no masculinity at all. Like, he can't do anything without her approval. Like, when we were there, it was like this sad, desperate attempt to get some male companionship for like this brief interaction. I felt so sorry for the man. And this is how bad it was. You know, I hugged him. I'm like, Bob. I didn't say anything. Like, I knew I was gonna tell him. I just put my hand on his shoulder. I'm like, I could just see in his eyes, dude. Like, yeah, I'm fucked. I'm like, yeah, I know, dude. Like, you're fucked. And I don't like. How does one get out of that situation? I know I'm kind of changing subjects, but like, that was the only reason I was more like, I didn't like lose it or go off when I was there at their house, because I had so much like, I had more respect and sadness for the guy. But anyway, I mean, that's my rant. Sorry, taking up that chunk.
Karen's.
Our first return since we've opened. So yeah,
That's pretty good though.
It's a good one, but it was like, it was. At what point
like,
do you like,
yeah,
fuck you, I need this money, or at what point like, I don't want to deal with you anymore?
Yeah, exactly. Now you have a used bike. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's not like, I mean, I'll still sell it as new. Like, she didn't register it, even though she called in, and she could have 100% registered the bike, and that could have blown up in our face. Actually, no, it couldn't have. But still, oh god, it's. And he was like, "Oh, she'll come around," and I told her, "I'm like, there is no coming around, Bob. Like, she's not coming back. She's not welcome in the store anymore." And then like, this is to his face. I don't know if she could hear or not. And the call is like, she can come back with $10,000 deal. We'll tell her no to her face. And that was the realism that sunk in like right before we left. And like, he like, it was just watching a puppy dog, just like at the no, what did I dig myself into? Like, oh, this vegan lifestyle sucks. Yeah. Anyway, they got a cute dog.
oh. That's also trapped.
Yeah.
Can't
all right. I mean, besides me hijacking that topic.
Oh.
I thought it's only been like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I have a lot to talk about and nothing to talk about at the same time.
Yeah.
You guys have.
Dalton, do you have anything?
I don't have anything. I am not in it today. I've actually had 4 days off, and it's been nice.
Nice. That's cool. That's great.
Out,
what have you been doing?
Nothing.
Great.
Flight simulator.
Nice.
What have you been making? What have you been?
What was the last trip you took in flight simulator?
I don't remember.
You remember where you flew? That's bad, man. That means you probably shouldn't be flying a plane if you can't remember where you're going.
I did more work on that little aeroplane thing that I'm doing.
Nice.
Also.
Nice.
Some laundry and, you know.
Hey, so when you have this much time off, which I'm assuming is rare, that you didn't have to request, which makes it even more rare. Okay. How long does it take for you to get out of that mindset of like work?
Well, if I don't pick up OT, I get 3 days off and then 4 days off.
This guy. So,
I work
which is
3.
rare because you're always picking up OT.
Yeah.
Seems like.
Yeah. Well, a couple weeks ago, I worked 140 hours
That's just
myself.
ridiculous.
So, I mean,
That's like,
I mean, it's not bad. The only thing is adjusting on Sundays.
Yeah.
So, like, for 3 days, we're waking up at whatever time during the day, and then now we got to work tonight. So I try not to sleep in too much on Sundays, because I'm not gonna lie, I sleep at 10 o'clock, whatever.
No, well, like, with your hours, like I don't even know what sleeping in or waking up at a reasonable time is. So
yeah, I mean, we get off at 7, get home at 7:30, depending, and then
yeah,
wake up at like 5.
Yeah, I always say I think I need like at least like 2.5 hours before like from like the time I get up to like the time I like leaving my door, like the house, or at least like an hour and a half. But that's just time to make breakfast and then go do my thing. Yeah. So when you get up for work in the evening, I know we've talked about this. I want to ask again: are you eating breakfast or are you eating dinner?
Dinner.
Okay.
We'll
But
eat
isn't that
breakfast
heavier
before
for like the start of your shift?
Probably. I don't know. In theory, I guess it would be.
The old
But,
steak and potatoes.
Oh man,
we don't eat like we'll eat some cereal or something. Sometimes we'll go to McDonald's or whatever we want to get if we're feeling lazy before we go to bed, which is probably also not good to eat right before you go to bed. But
Yeah.
we're hungry.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I had a decent topic I thought of yesterday.
You reuse
what are
your
your
socks?
guys' wait? What type of socks? I heard socks.
No. I said, do you rewear your socks? But I was just being funny.
Fuck yeah!
What's your question?
Socks.
Yeah, gross.
Depends on what I did.
Dude,
Depends on what I did.
They're in the hamper and they're getting cleaned. That's disgusting.
Are you sweating in your socks all the time?
Yes.
I don't. So like,
yeah, if I sweat 100%.
But if I go to the gym, yeah, I gotta change them. But if I throw them on, like let's say I take a shower and then like after the gym, throw them on because I had to run out, then take them off real quick when they come back. I'm wearing them the next day.
Same.
But I mean, sometimes I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes just all my clean socks are balled up. So like sometimes like, wait, is this one clean or dirty? I can't tell. They all look the same. They're all blue. They're all black. It's gonna wing it.
So
what I was gonna ask, what are your guys' thoughts on DC and Marvel? Where do you guys think the superhero shit is gonna go? I think a big tell in my eyes is the fact I didn't go see Black Adam one because it was DC and it's The Rock, so that's just overplayed. And I have not seen Wakanda Forever one. They didn't recast Chadwick Boseman, so I thought that was kind of lame.
That was lame that they didn't recast him.
They didn't recast him. They moved, they sidestepped to the female, which I don't. It's not a. I don't know. It's just so different from the books, the comics now at this point. I think they're just trying to make it their own thing, which is whatever. But I haven't even gone and seen that. I haven't seen that. I don't watch a lot of the Marvel shit. Go.
I don't watch any Marvel stuff. The last movie I've watched was Dark Phoenix. The one before that was
Phoenix.
Yeah, the one before that was probably the first Spider-Man, if that could even be considered.
With Tobey Maguire?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not into Marvel. I can't keep up. There's so many different movies, shows, characters. I don't even know.
At this point,
and it all looks the same to me. It all looks the same.
Well, no,
I see a preview and they're just destroying a city, and
Well,
wow.
Well, Dalton.
Dalton, hold on. Yes. I'm gonna give you one of these. I'm gonna give you one of these because I think I also agree with Randy.
Yeah,
I'm jealous of your lack of knowledge.
Dalton, it's amazing that it's like you're in a good position. Trust me. Yeah.
Because there was a point where I was like really into it. Like I was just like, oh man, every single one, and I was like really excited about like all the like continuity between it, and it felt like it was all shared. And then there's just a certain point in whatever they call it, phase 4, where I was like, I think I'm over this. I just haven't watched any of it, and I just don't care. Like people keep talking about like, oh, this thing's coming out. I was like, whatever.
It all looks the same. I can't tell what's
so
new, old, different.
When Marvel first started backing with Tony Stark and Iron Man 2, not Iron Man 1, people, Iron Man 2, like the vibe was already more mature. It was already more mature. I was already like 18 at the time or something like that. And then you fast forward now after Avengers Endgame, everything's more childish, fucking teeny bopper shit. Like I don't need to see it. Like there's just so much. And I'm talking about the superhero genre, not even just Marvel anymore. It's just like all teen superhero crap. And like Amazon has pushed their shit, Netflix, Hulu surprisingly doesn't have as much crap on there. But just the superhero thing is just so there's nothing original anymore. Like I want a superhero that doesn't have powers. You know what his name is? John Wick. like I don't know. We're gonna just go back to war movies. Is this like the 80s, early 90s? Let's go.
I feel like it's one of those things. It's just watched, rewatched, done over and over.
There's nothing, dude. And Viggo Mortensen's movie was crap.
Yeah. So what was the name of this movie?
Crimes of the Future.
And was he bad in it, or was the movie just bad?
The movie was just bad.
But he was okay.
He was better in the second half.
Who was in it?
Viggo Mortensen and people.
So I guess we're moving on from superheroes. Then my question for this then is
Did you look into
what made it bad? What made it
I'm
bad?
looking at it right now. The fuck?
Was it the plot? Was it how it was filmed?
It was
what to you
it was
makes
the
you
acting.
go,
It was the acting in the first half. The second half got a lot better. So I think they were leaning into the fact of in the world, like might I add, it was just not that good from the beginning, so I wasn't paying attention as hard. But when I sat back down and finished it like a day and a half later, like last night, I was like, oh. And then it ended like, I mean, when I say not that bad, it was still bad. And then it ended like shit. Like, it's all about in the future, people have problems digesting food. And they have their surgeries now. There's surgeries where they just fuck up your intestines and insides, where now you can consume plastic.
And they apparently add ears to your face.
And nobody has pain receptors.
What?
Their pain receptors are gone, so they go to self-mutilation to get like some sort of stimulation for pain and feeling. And it's all described as art.
This looks
like
very bizarre.
It's a reason why it only got 5.4 on IMDb. I don't even want to know what Rotten Tomatoes.
Why did you watch it then?
Because it was Viggo, and I saw I told myself, okay, I'm gonna watch it. And then when I actually saw it on Netflix, I was like, ooh, it came right to Netflix that quick. Ugh. And so I gave it like a month, 2 months, and then I watched it. And it was just so dumb. But I would there's a lot of like blood and cutting and seeing organ stuff. I'm not gonna lie. It's not like an easy stomach kind of movie. It's actually the only movie that I didn't actually touch my food while I watched some things, just because there were so like it was kind of like it's a movie where you can't not be like, it's stupid, but you're watching because it's disgusting and it makes
it looks like it's a Cronenberg movie. So that
it is a Cronenberg.
Yeah, so it completely makes sense.
Yeah, but it was stupid as fuck. It was completely dumb. You want to know how it ended? I mean, are you guys gonna watch it ever?
No,
probably
I'm not
gonna watch it.
So it ends with the whole thing was like Viggo was like this guy who was trying to infiltrate for this group, a group of people that had their insides like altered so they could consume plastic. And basically, if I can consume plastic and we're good, like I have an unlimited source of food because the world's fucked on plastic anyway. That's really what it is. So they're trying to basically have like this righteous holy group that wants to stop this unnatural holy group. And the whole thing is based around the movie opens up with this woman smothering her kid, killing her child because he was the first natural born kid that could eat plastic and digest it. Yeah, and then they were going to do an autopsy on the kid, and it was going to reveal to the world that there is an alternative to eating food and whatever. And like, even though it's science did this to the body, now that we have naturally been able to like move forward, like it's like this next step in evolution or something, whatever. And so
we've put so many plastics in our food.
Yeah, the religious fucks got to the body first and somehow implanted all these fake organs, and they tattoo the organs for art and stuff. It's like it ends with him eating a fucking candy bar in a chair and crying, and it just cuts out abruptly.
Like a real candy bar, not the wrapper.
The plastic candy bar, because he has trouble digesting food, and then he's like, a tear goes down his eye, and then I was like, okay, what happens next? And then it ends, and I was like,
what would that? How did isn't? Yeah, I have questions, but I don't want them answered.
Just watch it, bro.
No, I won't. I'm good. I'm good on that.
What's another Cronenberg movie that's actually good?
I don't know. What are some of the other stuff that he's done?
I can't think of it off the top of my head right now because I know Cronenberg, like the name.
Yeah, I know Cronenberg from Rick and Morty. Cronenberg. Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Cronenberg, he's like, oh my god, it's like one of those lists. Yeah, okay. We got a different discussion topic.
All right, I have a topic. All right, so
Cronenberg's like The Fly.
Yeah.
He was reaching for this one. Art, and I mean, he got Vigo, and I think that's the problem. He got Vigo, and Vigo just they tried to scale up to Vigo, and it just didn't work.
Well, looks like he did a movie with Vigo before, A History of Violence.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, but this one isn't. Yeah, but what's the rating on that movie compared to this garbage? It's probably better.
Okay, what was the last game that you got that you started playing and you couldn't put it down, and suddenly you realized it was like 2:00 in the morning?
God of War 4. Yeah.
You just like lost complete track of time.
Yeah, I think it was in January. I finally, after like a week of having the PS4, I finally just turned it on and said, fuck it. Like, I'll, like, just thinking back to what we said on the podcast, like, what if you go your whole life and never had the PS4, and even though you just missed out on all this fun? So, like, all right, fuck it. It's a PS4. Like, it's not a 5, whatever, it's a 4. So you turn it on and you play. Yeah, dude, like, but the sole reason I only wanted a PlayStation was for God of War. So I got the game I wanted. And then she got The Last of Us. So I mean, Last of Us. God of War 4 and The Last of Us. Just whichever one in sequence. I forgot which one I played first. I think God of War. But like, yeah, both those games. I played so long, the remote died.
That's cool.
Yeah. I think that's a good way to put it. Yeah, I played so long the remote died, and that's a solid, I think, 6 hours.
Yeah.
And with vibration, more so on God of War 4. With Last of Us, you could probably go another 2 hours longer. But I would say 6 hours is, yeah. What about you guys? Oh, man.
I think so. I'm going to say this in 2 parts. So last night I've been playing Lego Star Wars Luke Skywalker Saga or whatever.
Oh man, is that hurting your head like it hurts mine?
No.
Damn it. I think it's my eyes, honestly.
And it's just good cheeky fun. Like, it's hilarious. Like, their dialogue and everything.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
And I started around like midnight last night, and it was about 2:00 until I noticed it was 2:00. And so that was like the last game that I played, kind of. But as far as like gaming where I was just so drawn into it, I think I'm same with you. I can't remember if it was Uncharted 4 or Last of Us 2. But I think as much as I love The Last of Us, I think Uncharted 4 made more of a like lasting impression
Okay.
because that
Yeah,
was
that
the
makes more
last
sense.
time I just
Way to put
felt
it.
like I did when I was a kid. You just play these story games and it was just, immersive and fun. It wasn't super stressful.
Yeah, man, that's kind of like what that South Park game did.
Yeah.
Like I think what that game is like max like 20 hours.
Yeah, it's just a lot.
Which is
It
a
is a
lot,
lot
which
for a
is a
little game
lot.
like that.
But man, like that, yeah, that I think that was like we said, like that feel. What about you, Bert?
Yeah, so I just started playing this game yesterday.
Call of Duty.
I bought
You bought
Call of
another
Duty. I
game.
played it and I was like, all right, and then I just haven't gone back to it.
Same.
It's this
Oh.
Warhammer game called Chaos Gate. I think it's what it's called, and it's like perfectly up my alley. It's like a turn-based squad game where you move people around the board and you go from cover to cover and stuff. And it's like kind of like XComs. If you ever played XComs, it's very much like XComs. And so it's like the battles are like you go into the map, you move your guys around, you fight, and then outside of the battles, you have your ship. You have to like upgrade your ship and move around the map. And it was like part of the reason was like, hey, I need a little bit more time to wake up today because I was just like playing it all afternoon. And then all of a sudden, like, I was like, oh man, like I took a break and I was like, all right, one more mission. All right, one more mission. And all of a sudden I was like, it's like 1:30 in the morning. And I need to like go to sleep because we got to record JARdon. But it was like, I've never felt really good to have a game where you just kind of lost yourself in it. I got to do a lot of chores today because I didn't do shit yesterday, but it was a lot of fun. And it's cool to remember because sometimes you just get so caught up in stuff and like work and
Yes.
life that it's like you forget that there's simple joys, and the simple joy of just finding a game that you really like and playing it. Then you think about it. Like
That's
you
what I love
wake
about
up and I'm like,
simulators.
play that again.
I think that's why I love like Flight Simulator because like it's super cheesy. You know, you guys don't get it, but so like you like I'll fire up one of these big old like commercial jetliners, and you gotta like start it up yourself, do all the stuff, set up all like the navigation, yada yada yada. It's pretty much starting up like an actual plane, but not.
Yeah, we know, dude. It's literally like the same exact thing. Like
Yeah.
guy literally stole a plane as a guy learned on Flight Simulator.
And like
dude,
you get it
like,
up in the air,
wild.
and then depending on how long the flight, then I'll just go do other shit. Like if I need to do laundry.
Oh, you put it on like autopilot?
Yeah.
That's so funny. Just go back,
And so like, and the flights are live on like real time. So if like I'm flying from here to LA, it'll be like, an hour, 45 minutes, whatever. So I can step away and do shit.
That's so
But if you wanted to fly to like, London, it's like an all day thing.
Yeah. Just,
And so what was the last flight that you did?
So well, I don't know, I was flying around Europe. It was like I was trying to jump around to like China area and come back. But I'm around like Saudi Arabia area.
Is it still going right now?
No, I don't have one going right now.
That game is big. It's like 120 gigs.
Plus all the add-ons you can do.
I didn't even get there, dude. It only took like 2
So
days.
Do you normally fly like that with the commercial flights, right? Sorry, I have so many questions now.
No, ask away.
It's just like up in the air, but like, can you fly around like cities and stuff?
Yeah, so there's a bunch of planes. I mean, there's jetliners. They just added helicopters. Ooh. There's little prop planes, the Cessnas,
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you do like some like cool World War II planes and just like fly around?
Yeah, they have like the Mustangs. They have a couple other ones. I can't Spitfire or whatever. So yeah, you can do, and they try to make them as accurate. So I mean, if you're pushing the engine on those little planes, it'll just blow and like oil will splat all over the windshields, and then it just dies.
You die.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's really awesome.
Yeah,
I'm assuming for stuff like that, you don't have like the guns don't work.
No, I think there's a couple planes that like third-party games that people do, and you can fire some guns, but it doesn't really do anything. Yeah. It just makes like a little smoke effect and a noise.
Yeah, I'm just curious if you can turn it somehow into an actual like.
But there is
fight simulator.
I don't know if you ever heard of DCS. I don't know what it stands for, but it's pretty much like air combat for flight, like flight simulator air combat. So there's F-16s, F-18s, whatever, helicopters, and people will dogfight on that.
That's cool.
Like those are legit, like fighting.
What's the most nostalgic game that you can think of that you played from, I don't know, like your teen years? Or just
Indiana
like
Jones and the Fate of Atlantis.
Wow, good pick. Damn.
I've played that I don't know how many times, and I can still play it over and over and still feel the same joy that I did when I was like 12.
It's like the point and click one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like, well, I was gonna say Wind Waker, so fuck.
And this
Like,
shit was
what-
from DOS, like the floppy disk.
Damn, dude, I played Doom the other day, or when I was bored, like maybe a couple months ago at work. I was like, I'll just play Doom. Fuck it, let's just see. Well, that's just confusing, man. Like, how do you even like navigate through? Like, it's just like how people under the game was so hard. You just can't even get through a fucking door. But yeah. But I was gonna say Wind Waker. That's the one game. It takes forever to play. I'm sad when I get near the end, and it takes forever to play.
I think I'll
God, and the new Breath of the Wild is supposed to come out. Tears of the Kingdom, or Kingdom
Tears
of
of the Sun.
Okay, Bruce Willis.
Yeah, I felt bad when you were like, yeah, Bruce Willis. You watched the movie and it was really bad, and like, and you were like, oh, and I was like, oh, does Randy not know about his horrible like disease that he has?
Oh,
And
I
he just
know.
he did a bunch of movies just to like knock out as much as he could.
But I thought they stopped. And then they're still coming out. That's the thing. Like, I thought it was okay. I half thought it was going to be decent because John Malkovich and Bruce Willis. I'm like, you guys did Red together. Let's go. I think at this point, they're so tenured as actors, they're just winging it. And it's like, fuck it, I'm here for the paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't really give a shit. Don't need to put that much into it. Which I can respect. I just wish I can get that 15 minutes back.
Huh.
I wish people would like. There comes a point where you're just not good at acting anymore, and I wish somebody would tell them, like personally, would be like, "Hey, you shouldn't do this.
Yep.
Just
like,
leave your legacy alone, and don't ruin it. Don't
yeah,
be
it's
a
like what
Nicolas
happens.
Cage."
It's like, what are you gonna become, like a Denise Richards and just become be like on sci-fi movies, like as an extra, as a mom, getting paid like 50 grand because you need this bad. Like just do better. Like, just do better.
Have you guys watched Nicolas Cage's movie about himself?
No, it's supposed to be good.
I heard it's really good, but I haven't seen it.
Really?
Have you seen it, Dalton?
No.
Oh.
I don't even remember what it's called. Nicolas Cage or something.
Yeah, like,
is it out already?
It's like, yeah, like what the fuck?
It's Pedro Pascal, right?
Yeah, Pedro Pascal. Like, what the hell?
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Pedro Pascal's in it. That's the reason I'm like, okay, well, Pascal's not gonna do like a shitty movie right now.
Dude, I'm so excited for Last of Us.
Dude.
The show.
Yeah, I know the show. I'm just, it looks. I was telling Tanya because like we played the game multiple times now. It's interesting because where are they going to stop on season 1, and how far are they going to drag it? And I think they're going to like, because just from the preview, I feel like they're going to stop right when Ellie or when he gets captured, or right when, god damn it, what is it? Right when Joel gets like shot and Ellie has to take care of his ass and she needs to go get insulin for him. I think that's where they're gonna, like, the season 1's gonna end.
That'd be a good stopping
point.
Like,
because I'm like, how far can they push this? And because the first game is kind of short. Like,
right.
Yeah, it's like you need.
Oh, we're talking about Last of Us.
Yeah. 40. But what I was saying is like, where are they actually going to stop on season 1?
Yeah,
because that point is like halfway through the game. I'm thinking they're stopping it there, or if they're just kind of they're going to spread it out different. And they can't really spread it out because the whole fucking thing is based around 2 people. They can't have side stories like side
How
stories
much? Well, I was gonna say, how much creative liberty do you think you're gonna have? Are they gonna introduce new characters? Have all these like
I think
stories
they
like
already
Walking
did.
Dead?
And I don't even understand her character.
Who?
I think Lisa Dunham.
Lisa Dunham.
I think that's her name. Like I don't even like. I didn't look up her name because they're racially going by the right thing too. So like they added her. I'm like, who is she? Why is she prevalent? Why is she like why who? Because first I'm like, she can't be the leader of the Fireflies because she's an African lady. She gets her head blasted at the end of the season 1.
Spoilers.
Yeah,
From
I don't know. I
2014.
mean,
I haven't played any of the games.
Yeah, see, like,
I'm
or
curious.
I think that's her name. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I saw a lady. I'm like, I saw an article. I'm like, why are you doing an article on her? Like, what relevancy does she have?
I used to. So the chick that's playing Ellie.
Yeah, that's Lady Mormont.
Like, I really like her. At first, I was wondering why they didn't have that other little girl play Ellie.
Voice actor?
I can't think of her name.
Because she's like 35?
No, she's young. But she looks a lot more like the Ellie character. But after seeing the previews and Bella Ramsey, this chick that's doing it,
Yeah.
I think she fits. Like her humor in it.
I gotta warm up. I think I'm gonna have to warm up, but I'm not. It's not like her.
Right. I gotta find the chick. But I really like the way the clickers look.
Yes.
I think they did so far, from what it looks like, they did a good job.
I mean, it looks like they showed us the fucking season finale in the trailer. That guy looks mean, dude. God, there's so much goodness.
Yeah, that's right. Because Ashley Johnson plays Ellie in the games, right?
Yes. Yeah. And she's in her and the voice actor of Joel are in like 2 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's appropriate.
Yeah.
Or they should just kind of like cast as like not like a regular, but like, hey, I can show up for a couple episodes, or I'm here at this home base because they're bases. I think that'd be appropriate because they basically held it up on their backs for a while.
Caitlin Dever, but I think she's too old to play Ellie. Yeah, she's like 25.
Yeah, that girl's got to be at least like.
If you were gonna explain / pitch the game story in a sentence or 2 to get somebody excited who may or may not know anything about it, what would you say? How would you phrase it? Why should I care?
The game or the show?
I'd say the game, because I'm gonna infer that onto the show. But like story wise, not gameplay or anything, just like what, because it's like, oh, it's like The Walking Dead but different.
All right.
I'm like, I don't know if
that's like how about this? Like, we're explaining it to the general public, or we're explaining it to you, Bert?
Let's do general public because it's a podcast.
I would say, if I would say if I was addressing a crowd and I'm at like E3 or something, I'm trying to like hype this up. It's like, we always start this game. We're always like this. We're always like that. Like, it's so linear. We always go in these one directions. Like, what the good guy always lives. Like, why do we want that? I want some more realism. I want to see like what happens like at the point of conception of when the shit hit the ceiling. I want to know what is going on. Tie that, and we're talking zombies. I should probably say zombies. You tie that into. And then you're gonna take a man that's conflicted. I mean, and now hear me out, crowd. Hear me out. There's always a man that's conflicted. Am I right? Yeah, you're right, Randy. You're totally right. You know what? But then you just show a little bit of dramatic scenes, screenplay, and you're like, let me show this. Then let me show this walkthrough of like the first scene, and then as long as you can get to that first scene, Dalton, to like the end of the first act. or like the whole little scene where you don't do shit. I think that could pretty much sell the game.
Are you talking about with his daughter?
Yeah. I
That's
think that
what
could
sold-
sell the. I think
that's
that could
what
sell
sold
the
me.
game like very hard. Like, and I think that's what's going to sell the beginning of the series, because like there's such a dramatic opening. Like when, and I know we talked about it, and I would look at it from Tommy's perspective, not necessarily Joel, because I can't see myself like that right now. But I would look at it from a brother's perspective, and I would be like, my heart would just die because I couldn't do anything. And that's what actually kind of, I don't know, made me feel a little bit more emotional or vulnerable. I'm like, oh man, it didn't get me the first time. The first time is because you fucking ruined it, and then second time was you're like, did you see the beginning yet? And I did. I was just getting there. No, I'm kidding. But the second time, I played through it, it was more impactful. Spoilers. It was way more impactful. But
that's what dragged me in. So like I was playing, I'm like, this is cool, and then the whole scene happens. I'm like, all right, you got me. I'm invested.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, just that. That's why I'm very interested. I think Pedro Pascal was a very good pick. He looks very.
I thought it was interesting at first, but I don't know. I'm just I keep seeing trailers and I'm invested.
Yeah. Well,
and I'm
the trailer
interested.
was like, "What are you, cargo?" I was like, "Oh yeah, you're fucking cargo."
Right? Yeah, she's like, aren't I family? He's all, no, you're cargo. God, yeah. And that was completely Joel's mentality at the beginning. Like, he didn't give two shits about this chick.
Damn it, Bert. I would say, yeah, man.
It's emotion. It's all of the feels. All of it.
And I like the fact they're traveling across fucking America, and it's not just like it's not just happening like in a week. We're talking like several months.
Yeah,
the game is taking place.
The game's emotional. It's thrilling. It can be creepy at times. It's addicting. It gets you, and you haven't played yet.
No.
It's coming on PC eventually. I don't think it's out yet.
Yeah.
So what game can we all play together?
Dark Tides?
Age of Empires.
Is that out yet?
Age of Empires. Yeah, we can play Age of Empires.
Tabletop simulator, which
tabletop
is
simulator.
I just wish I had a tower to use.
Fuck you.
Bert, let's talk about your new tower.
God, so sick.
What kind of graphics card do you have?
I don't know.
You should look. Go to properties.
T-Force.
Go to properties.
Force.
What? What?
Or is that the RAM? I don't know. Go to properties.
What's it called?
So go to your motherfucker.
It's like a GeForce 3080.
Go to the where it says this PC.
Yeah. Well, that's the part that's dumb. Is I'm so used to Windows 10 and this is Windows 11.
I like Windows 11.
Well, I typed in this PC and it doesn't pop up. That's the part that I hate.
Bring up your like file explorer shit.
Yeah. Okay.
Right click
I like
on
Windows
PC
10 better.
And then go to properties. And then it should have like device
my graphics card on my Asus.
Still trying to get there. What is it in this now? This PC?
Food.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it just says reset. I don't want that.
Oh. Just pull up File Explorer.
Or you can just Google it.
Oh yeah, you can just I guess it doesn't really matter. I don't know.
I don't want to look inside my computer. I'll just Google it so it can tell me what's in my computer.
Properties.
What's in my computer?
I don't know.
So I went back to Fundamoni and bought those gargoyles.
Gargoyles? Oh yeah.
Yeah, the guy I was telling him like, yo, dude, you're like, I was giving the guy a compliment, and I was giving him a compliment. I'm like, you're doing it right. You're selling it by the lore, not by like this, like X, Y, and Z or whatever. Yeah.
Death Star.
It's the Death Star 2.
Mine did the same. It didn't show the graphics card. I don't know why.
Yeah, because the computer I'm giving Randy is called Death Star.
Death Star.
It's a disaster.
And
Skywalker, we're after.
Have you guys watched the Tales of the Jedi?
I
No.
should. I actually need something good to watch because there's only garbage and teeny bopper
They're
crap.
short, but they're pretty good.
Wait, I don't want to skip over the fact that we were talking about Warhammer, and I don't want to gloss over it. So the guy's doing it right because he's selling you on the lore. So how did he sell you on the flying gargoyles?
That was more of a tactical sell and also a price sell. Yeah, I just looked at the back of the boxes. One said 60, one said 38. Like I wasn't going with 60 bucks. Like, but it was it was more so I'm like, hey, the tactical, and I was asking about the Jakari, because I was gonna go this route potentially, and he was telling me the Jakari, like elves, they live forever, and then they just start getting he said like their minds just kind of start to just gradually just get more and more and more and more fucked up, because like they just live forever. Nothing's appealing. It's almost like the crimes of the future. I have no pain, so what can I do? I can mutilate this body. He was like, they can torture you for like 100 years and then forget about you, come back, do something else, and like I was like, okay. I mean, but the Tyranids though, like after he was telling me more about that, I'm like, I like the Tyranids, But then, I mean, one, they all look cool, and then it was the air support. That's just what it is. It was like I like the air support factor, because as of right now, if my Hive Tyrant is the only guy that can fly, then I'd rather have more air support than ground guys. Because I mean, yeah, everybody can have a gun and start shooting up, but if you got the flight advantage, it's a lot better.
Yeah, you're just going over terrain. That's cool.
Are you building for Kill Team or just actual Warhammer?
I don't even know what Kill Team is anymore.
I was gonna say we've slowly moved from Kill Team to like combat patrols, and I'm okay with that. I like
Kill Team seemed limited in retrospect to combat patrol, which I think. Well, in my head at the time, I was like, "Yeah, we're going this route." So, I think that's fair. But yeah,
Dalton, just to confirm, right? You just have a handful of Necrons.
I have 3.
Okay,
I just bought the little painter set.
Yeah, I might bring some for you then to use.
All right, I should probably start putting together.
Yeah, put them together. You have a week. They don't need to be painted. They just need to be built.
Yeah, I was just getting. Yeah. It's amazing how that one bitch customer just took me out of my whole group for like 3 days.
Oh.
3 days.
Oh.
God, yeah, dude. Oh, yeah. It's so, yeah.
Karens.
Fuck, dude. I thought like all my days were thrown off. I thought Wednesday was Thursday. That's actually kind of nice because then because I don't have to work Thursdays. Then it's an actual Thursday. But yeah, it was a shorter week, a shorter, more stressful week. And this sounds dumb for me to say, but I have not been eating lunch regularly, and it's been fucking with me so bad. So bad. My energy levels are just not where they need to be, and I've lost more weight than I want to. It sucks.
Eat more Burger King.
Okay, segue.
Yeah. You just triggered this one.
Okay.
When did Burger King fucking suck?
Dude, right? When did everything suck?
I
paying more money for less quality now.
I told my buddy this, and he was like, first off, wait, what the fuck are you saying? And then we had a debate about it, and he was just agreeing.
Because he didn't agree with you?
Well, he didn't agree with me at first because our whole, because we would go get Burger King together sometimes
all the time.
Trip. Like, it's BK Lounge. Let's go. So we haven't done that for a couple of years now, and Carl's Jr. is just there, better and tastier and fresher, amazinger.
That's a crazy concept to say out loud.
God, talk about Carl's Jr. makes me happy, and I made burgers last night. Dude, I realized it. I think we're gonna go back to when we kind of first started the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I remember this was actually one of the second to last time that I got like the 6 burgers.
Yeah. I still have
because then I realized, like, at that point in time, I started to realize, I'm like, okay, like the quantity isn't like the thing anymore. Like, maybe I should go for the quality.
Yep.
Because it just seemed like it was just like the bread was overwhelming for whatever reason. The bread, it was the bread. You fast forward, you're getting it. And I'm going for the value deal because it was like the deal, like the value. I want the value. And my friend Dan would always, like, he would get the value deal, or he would get like just one of their, I don't know what you would call it, a burger that is a specialty burger.
Mm-hmm.
That isn't like anything other than a Whopper is a specialty burger to me. Like, that isn't on the dollar menu or value side. So you can retain some flavor there. The French fries are kind of like drier all of a sudden. I mean, you can't really fuck up soda. Like,
you'd be surprised.
Yeah, we did work it in and out. God.
Someone get the
Dr. Pepper in there ASAP. I need it. Yeah, but it's just this is drier. It's dry. And then, but like the chicken sandos weren't bad, but it's just like the commercials annoy me more, so the food in my head tastes worse.
That's such an interesting concept.
Like PK, blah, 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 blah. Like, fuck, shut up, dude.
You want to know the best chicken
and I watched
burger I've had in a while?
Like, they're sponsored. Yeah, go ahead.
Costco chicken patties.
Well, dude, yeah, you can't go wrong, dude. Did you get like the 20-pack?
I got more than that. I got that big frozen bag.
You fucker, yeah. You got like a 40-pack of frozen patties, bro. Dude, I lived off that shit for a minute. Yeah, I would just cook some rice and I would just cut a patty up and just eat it.
Yep.
They're good.
Yeah, but back to BK, just not good.
I digress.
What's your guys'?
Yeah, it's weird. I can't remember when the shift happened because, yeah, I agree with you. We were doing early on when you were still doing zombies, and there was the Burger King right next to my house. So I would constantly grab that, and it was good. It was just like good. I was like, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And then I did a Burger King. I mean, it was a different one, but it was like, it was still, I feel like a while ago because I haven't.
Shit.
It's
the same microwavable shit.
Yeah, you would think that. However, so maybe it's just tastes are developing. But like I ate it and I was like, this is really like disappointing.
It's all that
like,
organic.
So disappointing.
All that plastic.
Yeah. Oh no, don't stop.
Their cheese isn't good either.
Burger King?
Burger King doesn't have good cheese at all.
No, they have terrible cheese.
Not only that,
I actually all my Whoppers have no cheese on it. I like whenever I get like when I got Whoppers, let's say when, we don't know when I'm gonna go back.
Ugh, never.
I love a Whopper because it's a classic burger. It's got lettuce, tomatoes.
Well, if you're getting heavy mayo to offset the dry
I just rather go to In-N-Out.
You can't even ask for extra mayo because then they'll put less mayo on it.
Well, I get heavy. Well, I would always go to the Burger King that's attached to 76 where we killed that guy in the zombie game. That's the one where I'd always go to because the manager there used to go to my gym and I just gave him a couple compliments and then yeah. Oh, you look good, bro. You lost some weight. Oh yeah, nice. Well, I need my 6 burgers now. Literally. And I'd always tell him, like, look, this is my cheat day.
Oh, I have some sad news for you guys. You know China Delight? They're closing. It's by Walmart Market.
Yeah.
They're retiring. January 31st is their last day.
But you said the food has kind of gone downhill a little bit.
It's not that great.
You gonna go there for like one last meal?
Probably.
Do we do that?
Yeah, I think that's more.
Do we do that on Tuesday?
Yeah, maybe we can go there on Tuesday.
And then
play Warhammer it up.
LOTR. Let's invite you to play Warhammer.
Yeah, sure. Why not? I'll bring an extra team.
Shall we? I want to see where we go in this game.
I was gonna say, I think I want to kind of call it so that I can go play more Chaos Gate.
I got a flight to do.
Yeah.
I wish the Niners would play at 10 o'clock more. I'm so over this 125 shit. I gotta record it. I gotta avoid my phone when I get up. I say that like it's a terrible thing, but and then I gotta get to work. I gotta do some shit, and then about 9 o'clock, I could start watching the game.
Bummer.
And I'm really curious because Jimmy Garoppolo got injured.
Yeah,
now we got Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy. I picked him up just in case.
I think he's gonna be all right.
Yeah.
I think so.
I think he's
I
going
hope
to
so.
do better than a lot of people think.
Well,
Good.
like people say, the Niners offense is foolproof. They have so many weapons. All you have to do is not fuck up.
Yeah.
Well,
and yet,
it's all
Yeah.
you have to do, like, it's hard to fuck up a handoff. Like
yeah.
Did you see that play Brock Purdy did before this game?
well,
He
then
came
again,
in
I was
when
watching
we were
the Raider game, so
no, this is a few weeks ago. We were playing somebody and we were up so much. They took out Jimmy in the last like 10 minutes and put in Brock Purdy. He turned left to hand it over to Mason, and Mason was on his right side. You didn't see that?
no.
So here's Brock Purdy. Here's Mason.
Yeah.
Hawk the ball. Brock Purdy turns this way to give Mason the ball, and Mason's going this way.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you
well,
can fuck that up.
you know what you can't fuck up?
My character.
Yeah,
Uncle Bert.
maybe. I don't know.
I think if
remember. I
people
was
call me
remembering
Bert
what
more,
we were.
I'd
Yeah.
survive better.
If only people had called you that, you probably would have. Yeah, I forgot that you were like literally lit on fire. So
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you guys are cool.
Call me Paul Walker because
Oh no, dude. No.
It's fucked up.
No, that is. You knew
That
it
is
was.
fucked up. God damn it, no.
Dude, we got, and now I was just gonna try and end it, and that's gonna be what we ended on. That's
Sorry. I watched too much South Park.
well, on that horribly
Really quick.
yeah.
Bert, there's a memory every time I think of South Park. I think of that time that Steve Irwin died.
Yes.
And it was like, I don't even know if it was a week later.
Yes.
And South Park did that episode on him.
Yes.
And
there was stingrays and stuff.
I think we watched it at your house or something. I don't know. And yeah. Anyways, that was my little
Thanks,
digression.
Thanks.
You're the best.
Okay. Try the mess. Bye.
Try the mess. Bye.